Hi, this is a battle from the Trojan Wars in the 12th century BC, Bronze Ages. This is the field of Troy. This is going to occur just after the Greeks have landed. Trojans will be starting in Troy itself and also defending the Temple of Apollo, and their troops will be deployed to form a defensive line. The Greeks will be attacking from the sea. This represents the beachhead. Their objective is to bring their troops on, which will arrive over the first few turns of the game, to establish a beachhead, and then, if they are able to capture the Temple of Apollo, raise it to the ground, and capture the princesses. If we now take a look at the Trojan forces first, this is the looker allies of Troy, led by Glaucus, who was friend and colleague of Sarpedon, the king of the looker. Next to him is Aeneas, leading the Trojan infantry, and his cohort Paris in the next division, also leading Trojan infantry, and then the massed chariots of the Trojans under Euphorbus, one of the minor sons of Priam, the whole army being led by Hector, who is the commander-in-chief of the army. Moving to the Greeks on the other side, we have old Nestor and his Pylians, who fight in the old way with long spears and mixed bows. And then the more modern Greeks under Diomedes and Menelaus. These guys are armed with javelins and shields rather than long spears. And then finally on the right, or the left flank, is Achilles with his Myrmidons, who are obviously fairly formidable. And the whole army is led by the High King of Mycenae, which is Agamemnon in the middle. Right, we've been using the Hail Caesar rules to fight this Trojan Wars battle, which after 3 hours has come to a conclusion, with the Trojans fighting off the Greek landing just. It was a very close run thing. Diomedes on the left was holding his ground against Glaucus's Lucans. That was going, the Lucan chariots had just been driven off, so the route to the temple was open, but the Greeks had run out of steam at that point. In the middle, the Trojan chariots cut a big hole, again, just running out of steam, but enough to have driven off Menelaus's troops. So that resulted in the Achaeans pulling back. On the right flank, Nestor's division was destroyed fairly early by Aeneas and Paris coming out of Troy with the heavy infantry, but the Myrmidons turned the tide and held them, pushing back Paris's troops and shaking Aeneas's, but Aeneas held on long enough for the battle to be declared a marginal Trojan victory, in that although the gates to Troy were open, there was no impetus left for the Achaeans to actually make it.